on. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
Treasury, tell me when. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Greyhound TV. My name is Julian Barron alongside Essex Thayer, and it is great to be back with you, Essex, here on Greyhound TV for this matchup, this playoff matchup between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and the Gilman Greyhounds to advance in the MIAA playoffs.
Absolutely, Julian. Happy to have you back here. Really excited for this first playoff matchup between the Greyhounds and the Cardinals. Going to be a great night here.
So let's get it going here. Calvert Hall sending their defense and their pitcher out onto the mound, and tonight on the mound they've got number 19, Daniel O'Connor, starting for them against this Gilman lineup, which features Max Costas leading off at third base, Casey Bishop at shortstop, Alex Sladzinski DHing in the 3 spot, Joe Melanson in left field batting 4th, Mike Willis batting 5th, Danny Rosenfield batting 6th at first base, and batting 7th is Gabe Gonzalez, batting 8th is Jackson McCambridge, and batting 9th is Trip Myers, the right fielder.
And so, Julian, right as we're heading to Costas at the plate, one thing to think about when we see Gilman pitching come up, they're going to employ a 2-2-2 method, going 2 innings, and they'll start with Mike Willis on the mound tonight.
So Costas will take that one for a ball away to count 1-0 on him.
Watch out, Julian, here for Costas to try and grip and rip one early.
Takes that one down and away for a ball. The count 2-0 now on Max Costas from O'Connor. O'Connor with defense left to right behind him of Koster, Torres, Freeberger, and Marchinek from third to first. And O'Connor delivers on the 2-0. That will be outside just a bit on the breaking ball, and 3-0 now the count on Max Costas, getting ahead quite nicely against O'Connor. 3-0 delivery on the way, and that'll miss, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Max Costas, who claps his hands on his way down the line.
Tough start there, Julian, for O'Connor. 4 straight balls. That's not what you like to see from the Cardinals' #1 pitcher. Certainly starting off a little slow here. We'll see if he can try and get it back here with a few strikes as Bishop comes up to bat.
So here is Casey Bishop, the shortstop for Gilman, with Max Costas at first base. O'Connor delivers to Bishop, and that'll be taken for a strike in the outside corner. The count 0-1, the first strike of the day for O'Connor.
That's a really good pitch there for O'Connor, Julian, to just settle the nerves a little bit and get into it. That strike is going to be really important for him here in this inning.
Nobody down, 0-1 delivery, tries to bunt, and he puts it foul to the right. So the count now 0-2 on Casey Bishop. Max Costas at first base. Nobody down, and 0-2 count on Casey Bishop, the righty who stands in against O'Connor, the pitcher for Calvert Hall. Here's the 0-2 delivery. There's a swing and a miss, and O'Connor gets his first K. That one comes on the swing and the miss by Casey Bishop, 1 down.
And so, Julian, just as I said with that first pitch strike there for O'Connor, that first out is really important as well. It settles the blood a little bit, and now he's back into his inning after that 4-pitch walk. It's really important there for O'Connor to just settle himself and get out of this inning.
So here is Alex Sladzinski, who swings and misses at that offering from Daniel O'Connor. 0-1 the count on Sladzinski, again with Max Costas at first. 1 down here in the top of the first inning. And here comes the 0-1 delivery. That will be a ball, or a strike rather, a late call there. 0-2 the count on a borderline pitch.
And a tough hole there now for Alex Slodzinski. He's got to get himself out of it. Down 2 strikes, nothing here. Tough call there from the ump, but he's got to get out of this one.
0-2 delivery on the way, and that one's put on the ground. A chopper back to O'Connor, who decides to take it to the bag at first to record the sure out. And moving up to second base is Max Costas. Probably a good decision on the part of O'Connor.
And I think part of the reason that O'Connor didn't go to second base there was he didn't see his first baseman there making the charge towards the bag, so he had to take himself, and get the out there himself. And so now we're here with Joe Melanson at the plate, and he's got a chance with runners in scoring position to get an early run here for the Greyhounds, which would be huge in the top of the first.
So with Costas at second base, here's Joe Melanson, who's batting in the 4th spot and playing left field. Delivery will be taken for a ball just outside. The count 1-0 on Joe Melanson.
And Julian, that one looked to be almost nearly in the same place as one of O'Connor's previous pitches, except that time that's a ball.
Just narrowly missed there. And with 2 down, the count is 1-0 on Melanson, who takes that one outside, bounce to the dirt, and getting up to hold it is Parker Landwehr, who of course knows that Max Costas is at second base and he's speedy.
Absolutely, Julian. Got to watch out if we get a nice single hit out of Melanson if Costas decides to round third and go for home.
2-0. O'Connor delivers. This ball put high in the air towards right field. Pointing up is the second baseman and playable for the right fielder who makes the catch. Unfried puts it away, and we head to the bottom of the first. So Gilman threatens there with Max Costas at second base, but we head to the bottom of the first, still scoreless, 0-0 between the Cardinals and the Greyhounds.
And Julian, that is a nice start for the Greyhounds in the top of the first, even though they didn't get any runs. They got a couple men on base. They got Costas on base at least there and got him in scoring position at least. They put a little pressure on O'Connor there, made him throw a few good pitches and get a couple outs. And that's really good to start it off. And now we've just got to see in the bottom of the first how the Greyhounds defense reacts in coordination with their offense and with Mike Willis taking the mound here to start for the Greyhounds.
So here's the lineup for the Calvert Cardinals. You've got Garrett McKinney. He is leading off, or I need to just double check on how to pronounce that. That's Garrett Michelini for Calvert Hall leading off at left field. Then Parker Landwehr, the catcher, is batting second. J.P. Murphy is batting third in center field. Jose Torres, the shortstop, will bat cleanup. Mason Unfried, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Dom Freeberger will bat sixth at second base. Jared Klima will bat seventh. He's the DH. Batting eighth is Ethan Koster, the third baseman. And batting ninth is Pete Marchinek, the first baseman. And on the mound for Gilman, Mike Willis, the wily veteran.
And Julian, an absolutely beautiful night here at Calvert Hall College. The stands are full in front of us. We have a beautiful stadium, of course, that'll really help our broadcast out here tonight, and just a wonderful matchup here between two baseball rivals in the Cardinals and the Greyhounds. A really exciting night here for both teams as Gilman looks to get us to start this MIAA tournament off with a win. Of course, if they lose tonight, they're still in it, Julian. It's double elimination, so if they lose tonight, they're not out, but it would certainly be beneficial for them if they get a win here tonight to start off the tournament.
And of course, like you said, Essex, a beautiful night here in Towson for baseball. Partly cloudy, 77 degrees, and it couldn't be any better. So Mike Willis on the mound here for Gilman. They narrowly made it into the playoffs, the Greyhounds did. They're the 6th seed in this tournament, and there are only 6 teams. So, of course, fortunate to be here, and they're going to try and capitalize as much as they can.
And Julian, the Greyhounds got into the playoffs, securing their 6th seed by getting a win away at McDonough right at the end of the season. A big win for the Greyhounds to kickstart their time in the playoffs and really build that momentum. And so coming off a win against obviously the Greyhounds' biggest rival, it's going to be big for them as they put this momentum into the game.
So here is Garrett Michelini. And the delivery from Willis. This ball's ripped towards right center field. That's headed for the gap. That's going to take a bounce and head towards the wall, but stopped there by the right fielder. He'll take a throw in, and he will hold him at second base to a double to lead things off in the first pitch.
Nice throw there by Jackson McCambridge, the center fielder, to just hold McElhaney to 2 there and not allow him to get the triple. That would have been a tough start for Mike Willis. Still, a double is a little tough to start, but McCambridge holding him to 2 there is big for the Greyhounds as McElhaney's a little shorter in scoring position here.
So here is Parker Landwehr with a man on second base, and Landwehr will take that one away for a ball. The count 1-0 on Parker Landwehr now with McElhaney at second base with nobody down. One-oh delivery. That will be taken for a strike, just narrowly finding the zone there. 1-1 the count, even here on Parker Landwehr. Once again, nobody down. Second base, Garrett McElhaney. Trying to be driven in here. And the delivery in the 1-1. That will be a strike, a nice breaking ball off-speed pitch, just finding that upper zone.
An absolutely beautiful pitch there from Mike Willis, just finding the zone there on the far side. Lovely pitch from Willis.
1-2 the count on Parker Landwehr. And the delivery. That will be taken for a ball. Went back to that off-speed pitch, just not able to get it that time. 2-2.
As you said, Julian, went exactly right back to that off-speed pitch and was looking for the same exact spot there, just a little farther outside, and didn't get the strike like last time. But a really nice pitch there from Mike Willis to try and bait the hitter into striking out there.
2-2 delivery on the way. This ball put on the ground down to short. Scooped up by Bishop. He makes the throw across in time to record the first out. For Gilman, staying at second is the runner, Garrett McElhaney. And, of course, a nice job by Bishop to look him off.
Absolutely, Julian. And Bishop is only a freshman for this Gilman Greyhound baseball team. So showing a little experience here is the freshman. He's certainly playing up on the big stage is Casey Bishop.
But it doesn't get any easier here for Gilman as they have to face the three-batter J.P. Murphy. And the first pitch to Murphy will be lined foul to the right side back towards the parking lot. This would be a great place for an insurance company to advertise because we've seen a number of cars get hit by balls over the years here at Calvert Hall.
Absolutely, Julian. I'm really worried about every foul ball that's going off that bat. I do not want to get my car wrecked tonight.
Put on the ground down to Bishop again. Advancing to third is the runner McElhaney, and the throw over to first is in time to record the second out, but the runner does move 90 feet away from the plate.
Really nice play there from Bishop once again, Julian, to look off the runner and then throw that one to first. He's really showing some experience here in the bottom of the first, really making some nice defensive plays for the Hounds.
So here's the shortstop, Jose Torres, batting with two down and a man at third, an RBI opportunity for him. And Mike Willis trying to escape the jam. Delivery. This ball put up in the air, right center field, going back Myers with McCambridge. McCambridge is called off by Myers, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track. Excellent communication to avoid a costly error.
Really big play there for the Gilman defense, allowing Willis to get outside of that jam there with McElhaney on second and then making his way to third on that second out there. And so that's a really big play for the Greyhounds, getting out of the jam early, going into the top of the second, down 0-0. Really good for that Greyhounds defense, Julian.
And we'd like to welcome all of you that have just tuned into Greyhound TV. I am Julian Barron alongside Essex Thayer. And Essex, we've seen both of these pitchers, both O'Connor and Willis, deal with runners in scoring position in the first inning. Do you think that's a trend that will continue?
Absolutely. Both Gilman and Calvert Hall are really good about getting runners on base, and it's really going to come down to the defenses of both teams to try and keep those runners on base instead of letting them come home and score. That's going to be, I think, a really common theme tonight.
Yeah.
And it's really going to come down to the pitchers and also the defense of both teams and how they can really hold those runners on base. When they do get on base, obviously they want to keep as many runners off base as possible throughout tonight. But when the runners do get on base, I'm sure that these defenses are going to try and handle the pressure as best as possible.
And we saw a nice job of the last inning in that final play out towards right center field of Jackson McCambridge giving up to Trip Myers and letting him make the play. That's just a great job by McCambridge because if he doesn't realize that he needs to give up there, that could be an error.
And you know, Julian, this is a really common theme as we're talking about themes for this Gilman Greyhounds baseball team. Both Trip Myers and Jackson McCambridge are sophomores. And so just showing that experience at such a young age, Trip Myers there being able to call off McCambridge is just really fortunate for this Greyhounds team, being able to have players like that who are young but really have that experience and know what they're doing. You saw that in Casey Bishop at shortstop, and then in Myers and McCambridge at the outfield. You're just really seeing quality players who are young and making quality plays here for the Greyhounds.
So this ball is ripped to deep a 1-0 lead in the first pitch of the second inning.
And so Mike Willis there, Julian, getting out of the jam while pitching and then coming right back to start at the top of the second and knocking that one to deep left all the way out onto the street there. Really nice hit from Mike Willis, and that kickstarts this Gilman baseball team very quickly, coming off of that defensive stop and then getting the home run there. Really big for Gilman.
Essex, what is better than pitchers hitting dingers?
There's nothing better.
Nothing. That's what I like to say. You don't see it very often, but there you go.
And you know what, Julian? Example A, Bartolo Colon. Yeah. Is there really anyone else who's better at hitting home runs? You love to see Bartolo Colon taking those trips around the bases. Really just, a fascination when it comes to sports.
It doesn't happen very often, but when it did, it happened in San Diego a couple of years ago, and I don't know if he's done it since, but that was pretty exciting the one time he did.
It makes you happy.
So here's Danny Rosenfield, and that will be a ball, just barely missing there, 1-0 the count.
Really nice job there by Rosenfield, looking that one off and not deciding to swing at it once he realized it was outside the zone there.
Delivery to Rosenfield. This ball's put towards the center of the diamond, and it's caught by Jose Torres. A nice play there.
And so now with O'Connor pitching here and down 1-0, once again, just like he got base runners on in the first inning, it's just going to take him calming down a little bit, just throwing that run outside the door, not thinking about it when he's pitching here, and he's got to get out of this jam here.
So here's number 21, Gabe Gonzalez. He'll take that one in and a little bit high for a ball. They count 1-0 now on him. O'Connor trying to maintain his composure after giving up that home run to Mike Willis and giving up the lead in the process. That'll be up high for a ball. One down, Gilman leading 1-0, nobody on. And Gabe Gonzalez trying to do some damage against Daniel O'Connor. And the delivery will be down and away for a ball. Now 3-0 on Gabe Gonzalez.
And so, Julian, now at the count at 3-0, we'll see if Gabe Gonzalez gets the green light to go ahead and swing at this one.
3-0 delivery. That will be a strike right down the middle, and he did not get that green light. Probably a good move because when you've got a pitcher who's kind of rattled, perhaps O'Connor is, you want to take your chances.
Absolutely. Gabe Gonzalez, a power hitter, though. Watch for him to grip and rip on one.
That's taken away, and Gabe Gonzalez gets that walk. So with one down, he gets aboard with the base on balls. Coming up to hit is Jackson McCambridge.
And that one for Gonzalez, he really was rewarded there for holding off on that 3-0 strike there and waiting for O'Connor to throw that ball at 3-1.
So McCambridge stands in with a man at first base and one down. Calvert Hall at double play depth. Delivery that'll be taken away for a ball. 1-0 the count on Jackson McCambridge.
And Julian, something O'Connor has really had trouble so far with on the mound here is throwing first pitch strikes. He really needs to get the ball down the middle on the first pitch there.
1-0 with one down and a man at first. Delivery from O'Connor. That'll be taken for a strike on the outside corner. Barely got it there. 1-1 even count on McCambridge. O'Connor looks in for the sign. Looks back to first. And delivers on the even count. Runner goes, and this ball's hacked foul to the right side. Back towards the Gilman dugout. Some oohs and ahs. One-two the count on Jackson McCambridge here. And again, the winner of this game will go on to face John Carroll. The loser will enter the elimination bracket. And again, you can make it to the championship in the elimination bracket. We saw Gilman do it a couple of years ago, but the only caveat to that is that you have to win twice in the championship series. 1-2. That'll be taken for a called strike 3, and that's a goodbye to Jackson McCambridge, who was really looking for the ball there, but nevertheless, the umpire had different plans. 2 down.
Really nice pitch there from O'Connor, finding the outside of the strike zone there and just hitting it to send McCambridge back to the dugout. A really big confidence-building pitch there for O'Connor.
So here's Trip Myers, the number 9 batter. Again with a man at first base. That's Gabe Gonzalez. Swing and a miss there, and some high heat from Daniel O'Connor. 0-1 the count. 2 down. And O'Connor looks in. He's ready and delivers the 0-1. That hits Trip Myers. He'll get aboard of the hit by pitch. Moving Gabe Gonzalez into scoring position with 2 down in the second. Gilman already up 1-0.
Really disciplined play there from Trip Myers. Not stepping out there, but just going and taking that hit there and taking his trot to first base. Getting runners in scoring position there with 2 outs. Gonzalez at second and Myers at first, with Costas coming up to bat again.
So now O'Connor has to face the top of the Gilman lineup and Max Costas, with a man on second base and a man on first base. 2 down. O'Connor facing Costas. That'll be taken for a strike in the outside corner. Gets the call. That's pretty questionable. The crowd saying ooh and ah, but the truth of the matter is that the only opinion that matters is the umpires.
Nice pitch there from O'Connor nonetheless, just finding the outside of the supposed strike zone there.
0-1 the count on Max Costas. Delivery from O'Connor. Swing and a miss on one that tailed away. A great pitch from O'Connor going high, showing Costas that he's not going to be afraid, and right there he gets the 0-2 count on Costas.
Costas was looking to send it where Willis sent it in the second as well. Really wanted to grip and rip that one away.
0-2 the count, 2 down. And he'll take a step off the mound. O'Connor's had a little bit of trouble keeping his composure. Of course, gave up that walk and then the hit by pitch. Not exactly the ways you want to give up bases. You're the pitcher. 0-2 and a swing and a miss by Max Costas. He was looking for it all there but didn't get anything. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. Your score, 1-0 in favor of the Greyhounds on the Mike Willis shot out to left field.
So, Julian, maybe now's a time like any to start talking about some of the things that's going on in that Gilman dugout.
Yeah.
We have news of a pineapple.
So there's a pineapple sitting on top of the Gilman dugout. We don't know why it's there. We haven't been enlightened into whatever the reason is. But we do know that it's there, and for whatever reason. So perhaps that'll be a good luck charm.
Absolutely, Julian. I've heard that this has been a season-long thing with Gilman, having that pineapple there for good luck. I was also talking to Cole Philippou down at the field at the beginning of the game, and he said that the pineapple is for cramping. That's it. He would not tell me anything else. Apparently, it's a little team secret about the pineapple. Apparently, some guys don't even know what the pineapple truly means. But whatever it is, it's a good luck charm for the Greyhounds. They're in the playoffs, and they're up 1-0 right now, heading in to the bottom of the second. But the pineapple clearly just one of the few things in that Gilman dugout that's keeping them together. I've heard there are a few other things in there as well.
Well, here's what I know. If the pineapple doesn't work and they lose tonight, it'll just be lost in history. But if it does work and they go on to win the championship, it will live on in infamy. So we will see what the pineapple does as we head to the bottom of the second inning, and Gilman sending Mike Willis back out onto the mound.
And so if Gilman goes according to plan here tonight, this will be the final pitching inning for Willis tonight. I was talking also pregame to Peter Hubeck, and he told me that the Greyhounds plan to go 2-2-2 with their pitchers. And so after Willis, we'll most likely see Hubeck if head coach Larry Sheets decides to stick with it.
So here's number 15, Mason Unfried. He'll take that one for a strike right down the middle. The count 0-1 on him. Bottom of the second inning here at Carlo Crispino Stadium in Towson, Maryland. And the 0-1 delivery. That's a curveball that missed up high. 1-1 even count on Unfried. One delivery. That'll be up high once more. Mike Willis really trying to get that breaking ball into the zone, but not able to find it, and all of a sudden it's 2-1 on Unfried, the 5-batter. That'll be a strike, finding the zone once more. 2-2 even count on Unfried. Unfried, the right fielder for Calvert Hall. And the 2-2 delivery on the way from Mike Willis. That'll be put on the ground, a chopper to the right side. Scooped up by Gonzalez. He makes the throw in time to record the out, 1 down.
Julian, this Greyhounds defense looking really strong so far early. They've been making the plays they need to make, and they've been looking really strong at the back half, especially in the outfield. As we said, Myers and McCambridge looking good as well, and Bishop looking really strong, but Gonzalez there just making the play he needed to make there and just sending it over to Rosenfield. A really nice, easy play there for Gonzalez.
So here's Dom Freeberger, and he will stand in now with one down, and Mike Willis will deliver to him for the first time. That will be a strike, just barely catching the bottom of the zone. I have to tell you, Essex, unfreed is spelled like fried. Dom Freeberger spelled like burger. I'm starting to get hungry.
Absolutely. Certainly an interesting lineup here for the Cardinals.
That'll be a strike right down the middle on the curveball. Finally found the zone, and 0-2 now on Dom Freeberger. Maybe he'll hit one out towards Red Robin, which is out past right field. Or left field. One of the two. Can't really see with the trees, but I know it's out there somewhere. And Freeberger almost swung at that one, but held up a nice breaking ball. Couldn't get him to swing 1-2, and that's a fair pitch to take your chance on an 0-2 count.
Absolutely, Julian. A really nice one there for Mike Willis. Almost got Freeberger to chase it there.
1-2 delivery, and that'll be taken a little bit away for a ball. The Gilman crowd not loving it. Mike Willis shrugging a little bit as he walks back to the mound, 2-2.
I really like what Mike Willis is doing here, Julian, with the count easily in his favor. He's testing the waters a little bit, seeing A, if Freeberger will go for it, and B, if the umpire will go for it on the outside of the zone.
2-2 delivery. He'll take that one outside and down low for a ball, so we go full on Dom Freeberger. With one down and nobody on, Mike Willis trying to maintain his composure and not give up anything to Freeberger, who's had quite a testy at-bat. 3-2 delivery. That's a strike right down the middle, and Mike Willis gets the breaking ball strikeout that he so desperately was looking for. 2 down.
And Julian, that really takes guts there from Willis to not go to his fastball there at the 3-2 and instead send a slider in there down the strike zone and get that strike 3 from the umpire off of Freeberger there. That took some guts out of Willis.
Willis willing to test the batters here tonight. So here's Jared Klima, and he stands in for Calvert Hall with 2 down and nobody on in the bottom of the second inning. Gilman leading 1-0, and the delivery from Mike Willis will be taken away for a ball.
Willis starting to get in a little bit of a rhythm here, Julian, getting the pitches he wants. Maybe not seeing the strike calls that he wants from the ump, but getting what he wants pitch-wise.
1-0 delivery is taken away for a ball. The count 2-0 now on Jared Klima. Klima, the DH for Calvert Hall, batting in place of the pitcher, O'Connor. And the 2-0 delivery. That'll miss just barely, up and away. 3-0 now the count on Klima. Loud crowd here tonight, Essex.
The stands are full for sure. We've seen people who used to go to Gilman, some alumni here. A lot of people out for the Greyhounds tonight.
3-0, and he found the zone for a strike, just barely doing it there. 3-1 the count, Willis back into it.
Going low to find that strike there was Willis, Julian. Once again, taking some gutsy pitches here to try and find the strike zone.
He'll have to do it again on the 3-1. That's ripped foul to the right, and now it's a full count, so Willis finds his way back into this one, and 3-2 once again.
Once again, Julian, hoping that did not find my car out in the parking lot.
Hoping it didn't find mine either.
Be tough to explain that one to my parents tonight.
Well, not really. I mean, you're at a baseball game. You just say, got hit by a foul ball. There are tougher things you have to explain to your parents about, you know, if you drove your car into a lake, then maybe it'd be a little bit more questionable. This one put up in the air towards right center field. Going over is McCambridge, and McCambridge on the run makes the catch. Did McCambridge make it?
That was Myers.
No, that was Myers who came in right at the last second. And just as we were talking about the great communication between the two of them, maybe not so much. They nearly ran into each other. They may have grazed each other on that one. Myers comes in to make the catch somehow.
Looked like it was going to be McCambridge all the way there. But Myers did come in just at the last second and snag that one away, Julian. And once again, we did see that communication going really well in the bottom of the first, but in the bottom of the second there, maybe the communication not as much there. Once again, as I said, the two are sophomores, so you still have a little bit of a lack of experience there out of the two, Myers and McCambridge. But nonetheless, Myers coming in and under the pressure there and making the play, although it looked like McCambridge would have had that one if Myers weren't there as well.
So now we head to the third inning. Gilman getting their third opportunity at the plate. And the score 1-0 off the bomb by Mike Willis. That was really a shot I mean, you talk about the power on this Gilman lineup. You got Max Costas, and then right after Max Costas, you think about Mike Willis, and he couldn't have shown it any better there. That was just an absolute rocket. It was gone from the moment it left the bat.
Absolutely, Julian, and a player that a lot of people don't think of as power when you're looking at the lineup, though, but someone you really do want to watch out for tonight is Gabe Gonzalez. Earlier this season, he hit a ball over the netting at Gilman and hit it all the way onto Northern Parkway, something we haven't seen since Max Costas. So watch out for him to maybe try and send one over the fence as well tonight. Gabe Gonzalez can really get a crack on the ball.
So here comes Casey Bishop to bat for Gilman, the number 2 batter in the lineup. It'll be Bishop, Slodzinski, and Melanson to lead things off in the third. That one's put on the ground, foul to the left side. You know, once again, these youngsters on this Gilman team, Casey Bishop, just another one of those guys, Essex.
Absolutely, and interestingly enough, you see all these kids on the same club team, actually, Baltimore Redbirds.
That one's put on the ground to the left side, and it is scooped up by Torres. The throw is almost in time, but he is safe at the right side of the infield. And that'll be an infield hit. Would have been a very tough play for Torres to make.
Really would have been a nice play to see from Torres if he were able to get that one all the way to first. Definitely a Manny Machado-esque play if he could have gotten that one all the way. But Casey Bishop running that one out nicely and getting a man on first there with 0 out for the Hounds.
So with nobody down, Bishop standing at first base. Here comes number 5, Alex Slodzinski.
Bishop getting a nice lead there off of first.
O'Connor delivers. The bunt put down, and that hits Slodzinski. They're going to call Slodzinski out there because the ball did him. Now let's see if they make Bishop go back to first, and they will.
It's a tough play there for Gilman. Probably would have seen Bishop advance to second if Slodzinski could have avoided the ball there.
Yeah, just if the runner interferes with the ball or vice versa, of course, you don't have the defense having an opportunity to make a play on the ball, so how can you give up a base? And in that scenario, Bishop goes back to first. So now we have Joe Melanson to the plate, the number 4 batter, with 1 down, and Bishop still at first. Melanson will take that one away. And the art of bunting, Essex, it's pretty tough.
It's actually something we've seen a lot out of Gilman here early. Once they get a man on first to start off the inning with 0 outs, they immediately go to that bunt there off the second hitter.
Sometimes it can be really beneficial, especially when one of those infielders is backing off the plate. This one is ripped towards right center field. That's a base hit for Joe Melanson. That one rolls over to Unfried. He picks it up, throws it in. Going to third is Bishop, and they will hold the runner at first, and Melanson has got himself a single that moves the lead runner up to third. Runners at the corners with 1 down.
And, of course, now Julian coming to the plate. You guessed it, Mike Willis.
That's right. Mike Willis, who hit the home run in the second inning, coming right back up, trying to maybe do it again. We'll see.
And with men on the corners here for the Greyhounds, a really nice opportunity for Willis to see if he can get one in.
1 down, runners at the corners. O'Connor in a bit of a jam here. And the delivery will be taken away for a ball. 1-0 the count here on Mike Willis. And, of course, Calvert Hall looking for that double play and adjusting the infield accordingly.
Julian O'Connor still having trouble getting those first pitch strikes in there.
Perhaps just a little bit rattled. 1-0 delivery. That will be a ball, just missing that away corner. He really wanted it there. It was very close, but 2-0 is the count on Mike Willis. O'Connor looks back, and now he's ready. 2-0 delivery. That's taken away, and a nice job by Parker Landwehr to make sure that ball didn't get back to the backstop.
Maybe a run-saving play there from Landwehr, Julian. If he had let that one get behind him, Bishop may have gotten a run in there.
3-0. O'Connor really in a bind now. Delivers to Mike Willis, and that'll be down and away for a ball. So the bases are loaded for Gilman with 1 down and an opportunity for number 4, Danny Rosenfield. And looks like maybe we'll get a pinch runner, or perhaps they'll just take a moment to talk things over with Joe Melanson as they have a meeting on the mound. so no pinch runner.
Actually,
Oh, no,
Julian,
they do at the first base side. You're right, yeah.
Tyler Martinez is going to come on for Mike Willis.
Yeah. Thank you, Essex. You're the eyes and the side of my head.
And so Danny Rosenfield, as you said, Julian, going to come to bat, and Gabe Gonzalez, as I mentioned, also about to come on as well.
So, with one down, O'Connor having a word with his pitching coach, or perhaps his manager, looks like his pitching coach, and Landwehr going back behind the plate. An opportunity for Danny Rosenfield, the first baseman, against Daniel O'Connor. Bases loaded. Delivery from O'Connor. That's taken down and in for a ball, 1-0. And, of course, Danny Rosenfield, he's going to want to know better than to swing at anything bad here because he gets a walk, a run comes in.
O'Connor still really erratic with his pitching here. Clearly rattled.
Taken away for a strike, just barely catching that zone. Really must have found the absolute corner there. 1-1 the count.
The umpire giving O'Connor there a gift to allow him to get back into it. 1-1.
1-1 with one down, the bases loaded, taken inside. Oh my goodness, he called it a strike. Oh my, that ball hit the dirt almost obviously. He gives it to O'Connor. Wow. I hate to contest calls. I try to be as objective as possible. That's a tough call.
And so now Rosenfield in the hole.
Delivery. That one's hacked foul. Checked his swing and sent it to the left.
And so now here, Julian, it's also a matter of making sure you don't catch yourself into a double play here. You still have Gonzalez in the on-deck circle to try and drive a few in. Don't want to hit that ground ball anywhere and allow the Cardinals an opportunity to get out of this inning unscathed.
1-2 the count. Here comes the pitch to Rosenfield. He takes that one for a ball. Very borderline pitch, 2-2.
Was waiting for the umpire to throw Danny Rosenfield out there on strike 3, but gave him the benefit of the doubt there.
Back and forth, the umpire goes. 2-2 even count on Danny Rosenfield. Swing and a miss by Danny Rosenfield. He goes down on the swinging strikeout, and now we have an opportunity for number 21, Gabe Gonzalez, to come on and do some damage with 2 down and the bases still loaded.
Gabe Gonzalez, Julian, as I said, a power hitter. So we'll see if he's going for contact here to try and drive some in, or if he's going to go for the big cut.
Gonzalez will take that one up and away for a ball. The count 1-0 with 2 down and the bases loaded. O'Connor already given up 1 run on the Mike Willis homer, trying to prevent more. That'll be taken away for a ball, 2-0 now the count. A really loud Gilman crowd out to our right.
Almost like a home game here for the Greyhounds. Certainly got a large contingent out here tonight.
Sure does seem like it. 2-0 delivery with the bases loaded. Taken away for a ball. And now Daniel O'Connor has no choice but to come to Gabe Gonzalez. And, of course, he probably will not have the green light here, but he can do some damage if he gets a pitch he wants. Who knows?
O'Connor back to the wall here. As you said, Julian, must throw a strike.
That is taken for a strike on the outside corner, just barely. 3-1 the count.
And so now we'll see if Gonzalez is given the green light or if they want him to take once more.
Delivery in the 3-1, and he takes that one for ball 4. And they won't get a run here in the 3rd inning. It's 2-0 Gilman. Just an excellent at-bat from Gonzalez to bring that in, because those are not easy pitches to hold up on, but he did, and he's able to draw that walk, and all of a sudden, 2-0 Gilman.
Especially, Julian, when you have bases loaded, you really want to swing the bat there, but Gonzalez showing a little bit of toughness there to grind through that and take the walk.
So here's McCambridge. He'll take that one away and down low for a ball. 1-0 the count on him.
And so now O'Connor really rattled. We've said that word a lot. I've said that word a lot in relation to O'Connor tonight, but he really has not been able to throw first pitch strikes and really not throw a lot of strikes in general tonight has O'Connor, but that is his 5th ball in his last 6 pitches.
1-0 the count, 2 down, bases loaded, and a swing and a miss on a nice off-speed changeup pitch. So McCambridge There's a 1-1 count on his head from O'Connor. Jackson McCambridge for Gilman versus Daniel O'Connor. 1-1 delivery, that's up high on the curveball.
And Julian on base for the Greyhounds. On third, Joe Melanson. On second, I believe. Who is that on second, Julian? I'm sorry, I'm having...
On second base, well, he's standing behind the umpire now. So 2-1 delivery. This ball's put on the ground down to Jose Torres. He makes the flip over to second base to get the force out, and now it doesn't matter because we've got the third out, and we're headed to the bottom of the third. So Gilman gets the bases loaded. They get one run out of it on the walk, and now it's 2-0 Gilman as we head to the bottom of the inning.
Of course, Julian, right as we reached the end of the inning there, I realized who that was. That was Tyler Martinez, who came on for Mike Willis as a pinch runner, and then on first there was Gabe Gonzalez.
That's right. I was about to say, I thought it was a pinch runner. I couldn't tell from my vantage, but it's always difficult because of the way the umpires are positioned in high school baseball. You don't have the standard MLB positioning. Sometimes they'll be right in front of the runner, and you just sort of have to take a wild guess. And thankfully, I didn't have to do that because the inning ended. Absolutely.
It looked like Martinez, but you can never really be sure, as you said, with the placement of the umpires. But a really nice inning there for the Greyhounds. They got men on base. They forced O'Connor to make some bad pitches there, and they got a run out of it. They could have gotten a lot more there, so a nice job by O'Connor getting out of the jam there for the Cardinals and going only one run in that top of the third to still have that Greyhounds lead at 2-0. It could be a lot worse than that.
So we have a new pitcher in the game for Gilman. And we're going to double-check with you to see who this is. It looks like number 21.
That's Matt Likas, the freshman for the Greyhounds. So Gilman is sticking with that 2-2-2, as Peter Hubeck told me pre-game. But, in fact, the second pitcher coming on for the Greyhounds is not Peter Hubeck, but will be another freshman in Matt Likas.
Once again, thank you all for joining us here on Greyhound TV. Essex, it is a pleasure to be with you tonight. It's a beautiful night here at Calvert Hall.
Really nice to have you back, Julian. And a beautiful night, as you said, to be here at Carlo Crispino Stadium out here in Towson at the campus of Calvert Hall. Gilman off to a nice start here at the beginning of this game. Up 2-0 heading into the bottom of the third. And so now it'll come down to the pitching ability of Matt Likas and the defense of Gilman to keep the shutout going here in the bottom of the third and give their offense, another opportunity to hit off of O'Connor, most likely, unless the Cardinals decide to go to another pitcher. Julian, as I said, O'Connor has been erratic here in the first few innings.
Yes, he has, but, Willis has done a nice job of maintaining his composure, and now we'll see if Likas can continue that trend for Gilman. So here is Ethan Coster for Calvert Hall. And the delivery will be taken. Inside, looks like it hit his elbow, and it did. He gets aboard. Not a good start for Likas.
And so now we'll see how the experience of Likas comes into play here after giving up that first tough hit-by pitch. They're off of his first pitch on the mound. As I said, Likas, only a freshman. We'll see how he can deal with that mistake there and come back from it with a man on first with 0 outs.
Bottom of the third inning, man on first base. And the delivery showing bunt, the throw down to first base to try and nab the runner. Not in time. Coster gets back.
Same way that Gilman was going when they have a man on first and 0 outs. Pete Marchinek, the 9-hitter for the Cardinals, showing bunt there on the first pitch from Likas, trying to advance his man into scoring position.
0-1 count on Marchinek with Coster at first. Nobody down, and Likas will take a moment. Two 2-0 Gilman, and the 0-1 delivery on the way. That'll be taken away for a ball. The count 1-1 here on Pete Marchinek. Coster building a bit of a lead over there at first base. And Marchinek, the number 9 batter, with a 1-1 count. The throw back by Likas is not in time. Just probably trying to remind him that, hey, wait a minute, I remember about you, and don't think you can run on me. something to be said for being able to assert your dominance as the pitcher.
Absolutely, making sure Marchinick doesn't get too big of a lead there over at first.
So Marchinick shows bunt, and he puts it down the left side and foul. So we'll do it again, 1-2.
And so now an opportunity for Likas to get that first out and put the Marchinick away here. And it'd be really important for Likas to get that first out, as Marchinick being the 9 hitter on this Calvert Hall lineup. He'll be going back up against the top of the order after Marchinick finishes his at-bat.
So Max Costas over there at third playing the bunt and the throw down to first base, not in time to get Coster. And of course, now that they know Marchinick is willing to bunt, Max Costas is a little bit more aware of it, standing at the edge of the infield grass, and now Marchinick takes time. One, two. And Likas delivers the pitch. Runner almost went and almost throw down to third base, or rather to first base by Miles. He decides not to. The count 2-2. Looked like he was going to go and then just held up for a moment.
Likas doing a little bit of teasing the outside of the strike zone there, seeing if Marchinick will go for it.
Now the runner goes. This ball put on the ground to the left side and through. They were playing the shift, and it's a base hit. Going over to third base is Coster. He will be safe. The runners are at the corners with nobody down.
Really quality baseball there by Coster and Marchinick. Marchinick shortening his swing there to knock that in between Max Costas and Casey Bishop.
See, the trouble there, of course, is that you've got the shift on and you've got the infield playing in. So a slow ground ball like that will go ahead and get through the infield almost any day. Max Costas didn't have a chance on it. Gave it up to the left fielder, hoping that maybe he'd be able to hold the runner from getting to third base. That wasn't the case. And now with nobody down, we've got men at first and third. And that one is delivered for a strike to Garrett McElhaney.
Not only was that a nice piece of hitting from Marchinick, but also a nice piece of base running from Coster, running around second base and making his way to third there to get runners at the corners.
Runner thinks about going, and now we got the umpire calling time for McElhaney. 0-1 the count on Garrett McElhaney, the top of the order here for Calvert Hall. Nobody down, and Likas delivers. This one hacked foul back to the netting.
And so now, Julian, we have to watch out for Marchinick trying to steal second as well. We saw him get a jump there on that first pitch from Likas.
So we'll see what he does here. 0-2 the count on McElhaney. And the delivery from Likas. Runner almost goes but falls down. This one down to second base. Scooped up, and it gets right through his hands. Gonzalez couldn't handle it, and a run comes in to score. 2-1. Your score still in favor of the Greyhounds, but Calvert Hall gets on the board.
Right through the wickets there. Gabe Gonzalez had the opportunity to maybe turn the double play, and maybe that went through the mind of Gonzalez. Maybe lost the ball there for a second, thinking about getting 2 outs, but instead got none.
Yeah, may have been thinking about that double play, like you said, Essex, just before he even got the ball in his hands. So now, still with nobody down, runners at first and second, 2-1 in favor of the Greyhounds. And number 23, Parker Landwehr, comes up to bat for Calvert Hall. Likas looks back to second. Now he sends the pitch on the way to Landwehr, puts down the bunter, tries to, but it'll be a foul ball. Looks like he just barely got the bat.
And so now we'll see how Gilman attacks this hitter in Landwehr with their defense. We'll see if Costas comes in a little bit now that Landwehr showed bunt, and how they play the shift as well.
0-1. Runners on first and second. Infield shifting for the bunt, and now Likas takes a step off. You can see Rosenfield very vigilant over there on the right side, trying to make sure that Landwehr can't get a bunt down.
And so actually now, Julian, at first is Trip Myers.
Oh, you're right. Yes, Trip Myers comes into first base.
Sneaking in there.
Good call, Essex. Good call. The infield really changing up here. Now Costas comes in on the third base side. This one's ripped through the hole for a base hit into left field. Pulling up at third base is the lead runner. Now the bases are loaded with nobody down. And that's what happens when you shift.
And so right now it's just a mixture of Gilman throwing some interesting shifts at the Cardinals, but Calvert Hall coming right back and playing those shifts perfectly with their hitters, finding the holes in the Gilman infield. And so now, Julian, that leaves us almost in a similar position to what we saw Gilman facing last time when they were up to bat, where Calvert Hall has the bases loaded, but 0 outs here against Matt Likas. He's got to really dig himself out of a hole here with the Hounds still up 2-1 in the bottom of the third.
So largely due to the intricacies of the shift, Likas has given up 2 hits in this inning. And the delivery. That will be a strike on the outside corner. He gets into it 0-1.
Nice call there by the umpire. Likas finding just the outside corner there. Really nice throw by Likas to get that first strike.
Bases loaded. And the 0-1 delivery from Likas. That'll be taken away. Of course, J.P. Murphy, the 3 batter here, so Likas really not trying to challenge him too much. But he's got to do something.
And also watch out for Jose Torres on the on-deck circle for the Cardinals.
1-1, bases loaded, nobody down. The pitch on the way. That'll take a bounce right into Malice, who blocks it, and the count 2-1.
Nice block there, Julian, by Malice to not let that one go by him. Saving a run there was Michael. Likas delivers to J.P. Murphy. Almost bit at that one, but he takes it away, and now Likas has to deliver a strike. 3-1 to count. Three-1 delivery on the way to J.P. Murphy, and he rips it foul to the left side, back towards the dugouts. Or rather, back towards the bullpen, it looked like. Full count. Bases loaded. And J.P. Murphy. Likas delivers. J.P. Murphy puts it on the ground down to Max Costas. He goes to third for one. And on the home for, oh no, he called him safe. Looked like he had him, but he called him safe. Said that Malice was off the bag and they only get one. They only get one out of it. Crowd very unhappy as Malice looked like he may have had his foot there on the plate. I think what that was there is he didn't have the force technically at home.
Oh no, he did. He had to have had the force. He definitely had the force ethic because if the bases are loaded, you can go to any two bases to try and get those out. But the question is, was his foot on the plate? And they're going to say it was not, or maybe he beat the throw. I couldn't tell you for sure, but it's one of the two, and it's now a tie game. That'll be a strike right down the middle. So men now on first and second for Calvert Hall, and Likas facing Jose Torres, the 4 batter, after a very interesting play, to say the least. Swing and a miss on a nice off-speed pitch. Great curveball.
And so now Likas could really use that strike 3 call to get 2 outs here. It'd be nice for the Greyhounds to get out of this bottom of the third with the game all tied up at 2.
0-2. And here comes the delivery from Likas. This one fouled back. Essex really questionable there. That play at the plate. I really can't explain it. Maybe he beat the throw. Did it look like he beat the throw?
I thought the reason that wasn't called an out was because he didn't have the force, but Malice did have the force there.
Yes, he did have the force.
And I could have sworn he had his foot on the bag there.
It really did look like it. I mean, we can go to our producers and see what they think. We're going to say Chesray thinks he had his foot on the plate there. And Avery, what do you think over there on the far left? He thinks he did too. Very questionable call. Of course, we're not going to complain about it too much. Just difficult to process, to say the least.
We promise this will be the last time we belabor it. Maybe.
Taken away for a ball 1-2. No promises here in the GT broadcast booth.
Especially with a call like that.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know, we don't normally belabor stuff like this, but when you have 4 people on a table, even though we are maybe a little biased, especially the people to our left.
No. It's not that we're biased. It's more because that made it a tie game. A swing and a miss on a nice pitch. He's going to have to make the throw down to first, or no, he's not. And that will be a strikeout for Lycus. And 2 down with men on first and second. An opportunity for Mason Unfreed.
And a really nice job there by Lycus getting that strike 3 call there and getting that second out. So now he just needs one more, and the Greyhounds can get out of this tough bottom of the third jam, tied at 2-2.
Two down, here comes the delivery, and it gets away from Malice. Both runners will advance.
And so now Lycus, with the 1-0 count, could really use a strike here, Julian.
Men on second and third for Calvert Hall, and Lycus delivers on the 1-0. That'll be taken for a strike. A beautiful curveball. That's a Clayton Kershaw-esque curveball right there.
A really quality throw there, Julian, from a freshman.
1-1 delivery. That'll be hacked. It looks like maybe it was foul-tipped right into the mitt for a strike. 1-2.
And a big pitch here for Lycus to get out of the jam.
1-2 delivery with 2 down, and that bounces away from Malice momentarily, and it'll be a ball. 2-2.
Really nice job there, though, from Michael Malice to block that one at the plate and hold the runners there at second and third.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 runners on at second and third.
And tied 2-2.
Lycus delivers, puts it on the ground, right past the pitcher. Charging Costas, makes the throw. In time, a beautiful defensive play from Max Costas. So now we are headed to the 4th inning here on Greyhound TV. Just like to thank all of you for tuning in here to Greyhound TV on this beautiful Friday night from Towson, Maryland. Really is just a nice, cool breeze coming into Carlo Crispino Stadium. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our wonderful production crew, spearheaded by our very own Cesare Cacanti. He is a Calvert Hall alum, a Gilman employee. There's no one like him. We're so glad to have him. So thank you so much to Cesare. And there you get a little away from us. So, of course, always modest Cesare is, but he just signaled himself just a little bit there. So now we head into the 4th inning, tied 2-2. And we got a very peculiar situation. Of course, last inning, we had the play at the plate, and it looked like he had his foot on the plate when he caught the ball, the catcher, Malice. But unfortunately for Gilman, just did not get the call. And regardless of what the crowd may have thought, what we may have thought here in the booth, it didn't turn out the way that Gilman had hoped. So the fact of the matter is that you really can't change any calls in baseball, especially in high school baseball, because we don't have the review. And it is what it is. So we'll put it behind us, and we will head to the 4th, tied 2-2 between Gilman and Calvert Hall in the MIAA A Conference Playoffs.
And so, Julian, I was just informed by head varsity lacrosse coach Brooks Matthews that the tennis team is here with their plaque. They did, in fact, win the championship against Calvert Hall today in tennis.
Excellent news as Trip Myers fouls that one off to the left side. Of course, we'd like to apologize for a moment about the audio. It is a little bit low tonight. We're having some technical issues on our end. So if the audio is too low for you, I got 3 words. Turn it up. Crank the volume on your end, because there's nothing that we can do about it. And they count 0-2 here on Trip Myers. And the delivery to the plate. That'll be taken up and away for a ball. 1-2 the count on Trip Myers here in this fresh 4th inning. Top of the 4th. Delivery. fouled off to the left. And, of course, Gilman made that pitching change, but Daniel O'Connor's still on the mound for Calvert Hall.
That shows a lot of trust there from head coach Lou Urkel for the Calvert Hall Cardinals, keeping their erratic pitcher so far tonight, O'Connell, out there.
Put on the ground, down to third, charging Coster, makes the throw in time. A beautiful play from Coster, taking up after Max Costas in the last inning with a great play from third for himself.
My apologies, not Lou Urkel, Lou Eckerl.
There you go. I was going to say something, but I didn't. Thankfully, Cesare did.
A truly unfortunate mistake there.
Happens to all of us. And that delivery is way up and into Max Costas, who takes a look back, then looks down to the pitcher, nods his head, acknowledges the fact that that pitch was a little bit close to his body, and takes a moment away. 1-0 the count. So nobody on, one down, and Max Costas with a 1-0 count on his head from the pitcher Daniel O'Connor, who started this game and is still pitching here in the fourth. In a tie game, 2-2, between Calvert Hall and Gilman. On deck is Casey Bishop. That'll be taken for a ball just a bit high.
A nice take there by Costas on the pitch from O'Connor. A little high there, but maybe something that Costas would have deemed inside his zone there, but taking that one knowing it was going to be a ball and now getting that count firmly in his advantage at 2-0.
2-0 delivery. That one's up and in for a ball. 3-0 now the count on Max Costas. So, Essex, we know that Casey Bishop is on deck, then Slodzinski, then Melanson, but we know Mike Willis actually is no longer pitching, and Matt Likas came in. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there as a walk is issued to Max Costas. We don't get mid-game lineup updates. So we'll see what they do in that situation. Perhaps they sent Mike Willis to the DH spot. Perhaps. We'll see what they did, and we will let you know of all those adjustments.
And so now, even though there's one out, we've seen Casey Bishop line up for the bunt a lot here so far in this game. We'll see if manager Larry Sheets has Bishop do the same again with one out.
One down, runner goes. This one's hacked foul, and Costas has to go back.
Do watch out for Costas, though. He is speedy, as he showed there, going off to the races there on the first pitch against Bishop.
0-1. One down.
Julian, we'll see now if that's in the back of O'Connell's mind, looking to his left and seeing Costas getting quite a bit of a lead there as O'Connor, looked back.
This one put on the ground down to short. Jose Torres flips to second for one, on to first to get the double play, and that'll end the top of the fourth inning. An excellent play from Jose Torres to flip it onto second, and then the turn there at second by Freeberger onto Marcinek to record 2 outs in one play. So, Essex, we're tied 2-2. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Gilman needs a big play. Only 3 hits for each of these teams in this game. Certainly hasn't been an offensive explosion by any means. So, for Gilman, who do you think are the prime candidates to make a difference?
Well, you've got to think about Mike Willis getting that home run to kick things off here for the Greyhounds. Get that scoring started for them in the bottom of the second. But Willis, among others, is really one of those spark plug players for 2 reasons. He can hit the ball well, Julian, and he's also a good fielder. We saw him pitching well, but we'll see where he falls in, as you said, to that Gilman defense as manager Larry Sheets took him off the mound, and it appears like he might not be in the field here, so maybe he's in that DH position. Check that. No, he's not in right fielder. He's not out in the field right now. Mike Willis is. So we'll see how Willis contributes to the rest of the game for the Greyhounds. But also watch out for Matt Likas here as he gets his second go at pitching for the Greyhounds. He had a little bit of a tough inning in the past at the bottom of the third where the Cardinals got 2 runs. But you can't blame that all on him, Julian. He gave up a few soft hits because of the shift.
Yeah.
So maybe not all that blame has got to be placed on Matt Likas.
And I just want to confirm, can we get a confirmation on who is in right field? Do we know for sure? Is it still... It's not Trip Myers.
It's not Myers. Myers is now at first.
That's what I thought. Myers is at first.
My initial thought was Willis, and I'm still thinking it is out there. If that's a 10, it's Willis.
And that will be delivered for a ball. 1-0 now the count here. Calvert Hall coming up to bat in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that'll be taken for a strike. A nice breaking ball there that falls beautifully into the zone. And the delivery to the plate. This ball chopped over to Max Costas. He does have to make the throw as it hit the ground, and the throw is in time to record the out on Dom Freeberger.
Really nice play there by Costas Julian, coming in and playing that ball and getting a nice throw in there to Trip Myers at first. That one was a laser.
So, Essex, I think you're right. I think Willis is in right field, and they've adjusted accordingly by putting Trip Myers at first.
Have to trust your gut there. I saw him and I thought it was Willis, but tried to talk myself off of it. It does look like that's Willis out and right.
Calling high school baseball, you need that 20/20 vision to really tell who's out there, because, again, you don't get those adjustments reported to you. Swing and a miss on some, I would say, high heat, but it looked like an off-speed pitch that tailed inside to Jared Klima. Delivery, and that'll be taken for a ball up a little bit high. 1-1 the count on Klima. One down, nobody on. And Likas still pitching for Gilman. Delivery, and that will fall beautifully on a curveball into the zone. 1-2. Jared Klima, he was just frozen.
Julian Likas, for a freshman, has an exquisite curveball.
1-2 delivery, and that'll be taken for a called strike 3. Goodbye, Klima, and hello, Ethan Koster coming up with 2 down.
And that's just a lovely way to pitch that one by Likas. He threw in a couple curveballs to get the batter there used to the slow pitches, and throwing that fastball in there, he had him frozen.
So now with 2 down, get a look at Koster, and he takes that one for a strike. Another beautiful curveball. 0-1 delivery will be taken down and away by number 7, Ethan Koster, the third baseman. Nobody on, and Likas delivers. That will be a ball just barely missing. 2-1 the count.
It's a tough call there by the ump, Julian. Likas once again throwing a nice curveball there right on the outside of the zone there. Couldn't get it to nick it.
2-1, that one's taken away. It's now 3-1 on Ethan Koster. On deck is Pete Marchinek.
And so now we'll see with the 3-1 count here and 2 outs, Julian, how Ethan Koster decides to attack the rest of this at-bat. He has the advantage in his way.
3-1 delivery, and that will be taken for ball 4. And he gets issued his base there on the base on balls. So with 2 down and a man at first base, Pete Marchinek steps to the plate, the number 9 batter.
And so now here for Likas in this Greyhounds defense, it'd be nice to get the out here on Marchinek. If Marchinek finds the base, they'll go right back to the top of the order with Garrett McElhaney on deck.
Delivery with 2 down, and that will be taken for a ball, just barely missing that up and away corner. 1-0 the count on Marchinek. Again, on first base is Koster. And now, Likas takes a moment. The temperature cooling down, but the drama heating up here. 2-2. Bottom of the 4th, 2 down, man at first. Runner goes, delivery on a curveball. The throw down to second base is not in time to get Koster. Very close play. And Malice almost had him, Essex.
Malice did, in a nice play there from Casey Bishop, getting up and attacking that ball and trying to apply the tag there to Koster, but missed him by just a fraction.
Just a hair or two. 1-1 delivery now with a runner in scoring position. A swing and a miss and a nice breaking ball. 1-2 the count with 2 down, and Likas trying to escape. And it's on the way. This one put on the ground, down to the right side. Gonzalez makes the play on to first to record the out, and we head to the 5th, tied at 2, each team with 3 hits. And it's a pretty spectacular night for baseball, wouldn't you say, Essex?
Absolutely. Hopefully you've been getting a really good picture with our outfield camera and seeing just the crowd around us. The entire stands full here at Carlo Crispino Stadium here in Towson, Maryland.
Yeah.
A really, really strong Gilman contingent far to our right. We have almost the entire tennis team here who just came back from winning a championship. We have Derek Thompson, who's about to join us, the #1 seed for this Greyhounds tennis team. Hopefully we can get a picture of him here as he's going to dip down and get in our picture here.
So Essex, save that thought for a moment because we have a member of our very own Greyhound TV crew, Derek Thompson, right here in between us. And Essex, tell me a little bit about what Derek Thompson has achieved on the tennis court recently.
Well, Derek Thompson, he can certainly explain it hopefully a little better, but on Thursday...
Nice cop-out. Yeah, that was good.
Thursday, Derek went out and was 1 point away from winning the #1 seed championship for Gilman, and then that game got rained out. So Derek had to come out today and get that one final match point to close that one out, and now we have Derek here with us to talk a little bit about that championship win.
So, Derek, talk to me a little bit about what's going through your mind having to get that final match point.
It was very interesting. It's probably the first time it's ever happened in my life. A lot of scenarios are going through my head last night for sure. I was serving for the match. I didn't know where to serve. I probably changed my mind probably 100 times or so. So it was definitely a bit stressful, but definitely a relief after I won that 1 point. So I'm very happy now.
We're very proud of you. Great job, and we head back down to the field for the start of the 5th inning.
The Gilman tennis team been so dominant over the past few years. Derek Thompson securing that 5th straight championship for the Greyhounds, and against none other than the Calvert Cardinals. So Gilman facing their crosstown foes twice today, once in the tennis championship, which Gilman won, thanks to Derek, and then tonight here on Crispino against the Cardinals here in baseball.
1-1 they count on Alex Slodzinski. On deck is Joe Melanson, and Slodzinski will take that one away and down low for a ball. So O'Connor still in the game, pitching for Calvert Hall here in the 5th. Some tremendous confidence in him, and he's done quite a nice job here. Only given up 2 runs today and 3 hits. 2-1 delivery. This one's hacked towards the right side, and boom, it's in for a base hit. Alex Slodzinski pulls up at first. He's got himself a leadoff single for the Greyhounds. So here's Joe Melanson. And the delivery. This one bunted down the right side. A great bunt. And now taking it to the bag himself is O'Connor. He gets the out. But Slodzinski, the go-ahead run, does come up to second base.
And that's something we've seen. Every time Gilman gets on first with no outs, is the next batter, immediately looking for that bunt. And that time Joe Melanson executed the bunt perfectly, sending his man to second and in scoring position with 1 out here, and Mike Willis coming to bat for the Greyhounds.
And now they're going to intentionally walk Mike Willis, who hit the homer earlier. So they acknowledge, of course, Willis has the power, and then you consider the fact that Alex Slodzinski's the go-ahead run, and you'd rather not face him.
And so now coming to the plate, Danny Rosenfield, the sophomore hitter, #4. We saw him for a while playing first base, Julian.
And now he's got an opportunity with 2 on and 1 down. This one's put on the ground to the right side and down to the first baseman, Marchinek. He makes the flip over to second base to first base to record the out. And the runners advance to second and third here with 2 down and an opportunity for number 21, Gabe Gonzalez.
Smart play there for Marchinek defensively. Looked like he was going to throw that one to second to try and get the double play, but made the conservative call there and decided to just get the 1 out there at first, which leaves Gilman with men on second and third with 2 outs and Gabe Gonzalez at the plate.
So Gonzalez with men on second and third, as you said, Essex, will take that one for a strike. They count 0-1 on him. 2 down, and the go-ahead run standing 90 feet away from the plate. O'Connor trying to escape the jam without giving up any runs. And the 0-1 delivery, that'll be taken up and in for a ball on the breaking ball. One, 2 down, men on second and third. And the delivery, that'll be taken down low for a ball. So 2-1 the count here on number 21, Gabe Gonzalez. And the delivery from O'Connor. This one put on the ground towards the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Here comes one run, rounding third, headed home another, and here comes the throw. Not in time. Parker Landwehr couldn't apply the tag. It was up the line, and it's 4-2 Gilman.
A big clutch hit there from Gabe Gonzalez, a sophomore, single there, straight up the middle. Finding the space there in between the shortstop and the second baseman to send the lead back to the Greyhounds. They lead now 4-2.
And here's Jackson McCambridge. 4-2 Gilman, and 4 earned runs off the hand of Daniel O'Connor. Delivery. That'll be up high for a ball. The throw down to second base to try and nab the runner will be in time. He's gunned down. Looked like he hesitated on the steal, had to go for it, and he's thrown out. So just a really tough situation there for Gabe Gonzalez, but honestly, he made up for it with that 2-run single.
And so now we'll see how the Greyhounds attack the pitching change here, Julian, as we have seen that 2-2, and it does look like the Greyhounds are going to switch their pitcher and bring out freshman number 17, Peter Hubeck. So the Greyhounds sticking to that 2-2-2 idea that Peter Hubeck shared with me pregame, Julian. So Hubeck will come out to pitch here in the bottom of the 5th.
So we will get a look at Peter Hubeck warming up here, the righty for Gilman. And Essex, talk to me a little bit about Peter Hubeck. How much do you know?
Peter Hubeck, the son of Gilman head of the upper school, Rob Hubeck. And he's a pitcher, also a catcher as well for his club team. He plays club with the Baltimore Redbirds. Was actually once upon a time, Julian, Peter Hubeck was in my grade in middle school here at Gilman, then left to go to Odyssey for a couple years and returned in the class of 2021.
And now he's back and he's pitching for Gilman, and perhaps one of the biggest situations he could, this playoff game between Gilman and Calvert Hall. Again, Gilman's the 6th seed, Calvert Hall's the 3 seed, so if Gilman does win this game, it'd be a considerable upset.
Absolutely, Julian. If I do recall, Gilman went 1-1 against the Cardinals this year, but certainly would be a huge win for the Greyhounds if they could come out of this one with a dub.
And we will see if they can make it 2-1 on the year. 4-2 your score. Gilman ahead by 2. And the top of the lineup coming up for Calvert Hall, we will get a look at Garrett McElhaney to lead things off for Calvert Hall. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into Greyhound TV. I am Julian Barron alongside Essex Thayer, our entire crew. A big thank you to everybody working behind the scenes tonight.
And so, Julian, a really big first batter here for Peter Hubeck as he faces off against the top of the Calvert Hall order here.
Hubeck delivers, and that one will be a strike just at the knees. 0-1 to count on McElhaney. And McElhaney calls time. Delivery. This one's ripped towards the shortstop who makes the snag, makes the throw, and a great, he just off the bag there. Almost a great play by Trip Myers to pull the ball down, but he couldn't do it, and it's going to be an infield single or perhaps an error on the overthrow. We'll see what they score it. It was a hard-hit ball, so there'd be a considerable variability there, but Trip Myers is not able to get the foot down on a high throw.
A really nice snag there, though, at shortstop by Casey Bishop. Just overthrew that one just a tad. Looking for Trip Myers, who was on first. He had to jump a little bit to corral that one and couldn't get his foot back down on the base. But nonetheless, a really nice play there from Bishop to corral that ball and try and get it to first with Myers.
So Hubeck has a runner to worry about. That one will be a ball down and in. To number 23, Parker Landwehr. Landwehr last inning threw out the runner at second, Gabe Gonzalez. And now he's batting for Calvert Hall. 1-0 the count on him with nobody down and a man at first. And the delivery. That'll be a strike, just catching that outside corner. 1-1 the count.
And Julian, for those of you keeping your scorebooks at home, you can tally that one as an infield hit. No error there off of Casey Bishop.
Makes sense. Hard hit ball. Usually going to give that one to the home team. 1-1 delivery. That's a curveball that missed the throw down to first, not in time. Trying to hold the runner in check over there, Michelini. And now Hubeck looks in for the sign. We have a timeout called to the plate by Parker Landwehr. And now we have a conversation between Hubeck and his catcher, Malice.
Malice and Hubeck really have a good relationship going between the catcher and the pitcher. Both Malice and Hubeck play on the same team outside of school as well. As I said, the Baltimore Redbirds, a really large fraction of this Gilman baseball team playing all on the same Redbirds team. So they really have that connection.
Hubeck delivers, and that one will be put on the ground towards the shortstop. A slow roller takes it to the bag. It's second for one onto first, and he's not in time with the throw onto first. But otherwise, a great play by Casey Bishop to try and get him, and now here comes the manager. Larry Sheets very unhappy. Looked like he may have had him. A very close play nonetheless. And now Larry is just throwing a fit over there at second. And really, who could blame him from a Gilman perspective? Getting some Larry chants from the Gilman side. Well, let's take a moment to admire the play by Casey Bishop, at least at second, to step on the bag and then turn and make that throw, not only to make it in time almost, but also to make it accurately.
Once again, Julian, Bishop just making plays all over that field. He really did a good job there to get that ball, and then was able to step back and find second and threw a nice ball there to Myers there at first. Just clearly the maybe seeing that the runner beat the ball there.
One down runner at first base. This ball's hacked foul to the right side by J.P. Murphy, the number 3 batter. And as you were saying, Essex, you're right. A lot of these players do play on the Baltimore Redbirds. And in fact, their summer collegiate team plays right here on Carlo Crispino Stadium. So maybe some familiarity there for some of these Redbirds players in the Cal Ripken Collegiate Baseball League. 0-1 delivery. That'll be taken up high for a ball. And a little shameless plug here. In fact, I will be calling games for a team in the Cal Ripken Collegiate Baseball League this summer. I'll be with the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts. So, of course, if you're interested in tuning into some of those games, you can do it at tbolts.org. Delivery, this ball is fouled to the right side.
I'm telling you, Julian, every time a ball goes off that bat in that direction, I hold my breath, waiting to hear some sort of noise. My car's over there. I know yours is too. We've got, I think, 3 GTV cars over on that right side, and every time a ball goes off the bat in that direction, I hold my breath.
How's your insurance policy looking?
I have no clue.
Oh, goodness. Here's the pitch. This ball put up in the air towards right field. Willis tracking, and he will make the catch for the second out.
I have to say, Julian, it is like a home game here for this Gilman baseball team. Gilman doing a really good job of getting a huge fan base out here tonight on a wonderful Friday night. Beautiful night for baseball, and clearly the fans knew it and came out here to support their Hounds.
No, you couldn't be more right about that, Essex. It is a loud and boisterous Gilman crowd here tonight.
Not only current students here, Julian, but also alumni like yourself.
That's true. And that will be delivered for a ball up and away. So in a 4-2 game, 1-0 the count here on Jose Torres. Man at first base for Calvert Hall. 2 down. And Hubeck takes a step off the mound. Jose Torres, the 4 batter in the cleanup spot for Calvert Hall. Veteran shortstop for the Cardinals. And now we have time called by the ump. Looking back towards the Calvert Hall side of things. Not sure where the confusion is, but it looks like we're ready to play ball again. 1-0 the count on Jose Torres. And Hubeck delivers to the plate. Hacked foul to the right side, even count 1-1. Essex, maybe we get an update on the Caps game?
That's exactly what I was thinking,
Yeah.
honestly. Myself, and I know Julian is a really big Caps fan as well. Another reason to be holding my breath tonight, the Caps for the first time in 20 years playing in the Eastern Conference Finals in the
This
NHL
ball
playoffs.
is ripped to the right side, and it'll be a foul ball past the chalk, so 1-2 the count. And I'll leave that to Essex.
Excuse me, we're waiting for ESPN to load it up just a little bit. And it appears, if I'm loaded all the way correctly, it's 0-0 right now with 15:05 left in the first period.
All righty. So a close game there, a close game here. Not a tie game here, though. 4-2 Gilman. At a 1-2 count on Jose Torres, the runner goes. The delivery will be down and away. It's picked up by Malice, but he has no chance to get the runner, so he doesn't even make the throw. And now a runner in scoring position for Calvert Hall.
And with 2 outs here, the runner at second is a little dangerous, Julian. One nice hit can find that runner all the way in. And even though the Greyhounds hold a 2-run lead, they
This
can get it
one's
back.
put off the glove of Hubeck. He picks it up, makes the throw in time to record the out. And a beautiful play by Hubeck to recover and make the throw. And we are headed to the 6th inning here at Carlo Crispino Stadium on Greyhound TV. Gilman up 4-2 over Calvert Hall. I am Julian Barron alongside my good friend Essex Thayer. And Essex, I have to commend you on a job well done with Greyhound TVs. Essex, of course, took over Greyhound TV after I graduated last year. And just, I would say congratulations, but I really, it's what I expected from you. So I'd say a job well done, but only because I expected it. Thank you so much, Essex.
I appreciate that so much, Julian. But you know what? I really couldn't do it without the people around me. I have such a great base of people around me. We have so many people who are involved with Greyhound TV. Exactly right to my left, our faculty advisor, Cesare Kakani, who's trying to find himself into the picture right there. I really couldn't do it without all the help from him. And then our vice president, Derek Thompson,
Who you just saw.
who you just saw. He's been helping us out, and he's been playing tennis so far this spring. And then our head of statistics and our number 3 in charge, Hap Conover, who's also a senior as well. Hap will be attending Northwestern next year, and Derek will be attending the U.S. Naval Academy. So I really could not do it without all of them. And, of course, the constant help from Julian to my right, who's been helping me all throughout the way in my first year at the helm, all the way from Syracuse, New York. I really could not do it without all the people around me. It's really been a great time. I cannot express how much I love being a part of Greyhound TV. It's really an honor to be broadcasting Gilman sports for all the people who tune in, and it really, you know what, it's just such a great thing. Sometimes I do get a little caught up in just how great of a program Greyhound TV is, having all the people around me. It's really an honor. I find myself repeating it a little bit because it's just so great, and I'll finally stop talking. I'm belaboring it a little bit, but Greyhound TV is really a wonderful thing, and I love it so much.
Well, on another note, and of course, thank you, Essex. It's so great to have you around and to be governing Greyhound TV the way you do. We have Dominic Freeberger coming on to pitch for Calvert Hall. So we have not just one, but 2 Freebergers on this Calvert Hall team, probably related. I'm going to take a guess and say they probably are. And maybe brothers. We're not entirely sure. We're not going to assume they could be cousins, something like that. So I'm going to just mark that down as we have Dominic Freeberger coming on to pitch for Calvert Hall.
We also have 2 Barenkas on this team, 22 and 21, Antonio and Roberto,
You can never assume that 2 guys are brothers. I've learned my lesson with that. You assume it's not gonna end well for you.
Yeah. So finally, Daniel O'Connor will be giving up his spot on the mound. He had some tough spots, but he did get himself out of quite a few jams, Julian, and only 4 earned runs against him on the night.
Okay, so my mistake. There are not 2 Freebergers. There are not 2 Freebergers on this
Just
team.
one.
There's just one. On one roster, he was listed as Dom. On another one, he was listed as Dominic. So, of course, naturally, I thought they were 2 different people. But no, they're the same person. So now Freeberger delivers, and that one will be a strike on the inside corner. They count 0-1 here for Gilman, leading off this inning.
That would be quite a household, Julian, if you had a Dom and a Dominic.
That really would. I'm going to assume that Dom is a nickname for Dominic. and just roll with that. I think that's actually a very safe assumption. So, 1-1 the count here on number 16, Jackson McCambridge, who, of course, didn't get to finish his at-bat last inning because Gabe Gonzalez was thrown out trying to steal. This one's ripped towards left field. That's a base hit. That'll go all the way to the wall. Went right past Michelini, and now headed into second base is McCambridge, and he'll pull up there. He's got himself a double, standing up with nobody down here in the sixth.
I hope someone clocked that. The second McCambridge hit that ball, he was off to the races around first there. McCambridge, as I was telling Julian, a wide receiver for the Gilman football team as well, has all that speed in his shoes there and really was able to get around first base there and able to roll into second standing up. A nice way to start the inning there off of the bat of Jackson McCambridge. And you know what? I'm just getting a text now from Fen Colston. Update, Caps up 1-0.
That's what I like to hear.
Gotta love it. That's so exciting. Big night for the Capitals fan base here, as well as the Gilman baseball fan base. A big night here.
So here is Trip Myers with a man at second base. That's Jackson McCambridge, who doubled off of Freeberger. And the delivery, he bunts it, puts it down on a chopper, scooped up by Freeberger, bobbles it, throws it to first, and he gets the only out he could get because the runner at third got to third way too in time for him to be able to make that throw.
Really big opportunity here for the Greyhounds. McCambridge all the way over on third with one out. And now the top of the lineup once again for Gilman. Max Costas coming to bat with once again one out. And the Hounds up 4-2. Just an update off of that goal for the Capitals. It was Michael Kempney off of the assist from Evgeny Kuznetsov. 7:28 into the first period for all those of you who are probably tuning into the game as well as this one.
Insurance run on third with one down. Here's Max Costas. He'll take that one for a strike, a called strike at the top of the zone. The count 0-1 with one down. Freeberger's been a little bit rattled here. And now just trying to maintain his composure with Costas at the plate and Bishop on deck. Delivery. That'll be taken for a called strike to the inside corner. So Costas, after two called strikes, has an 0-2 count on his head with one down and a man at third.
Really nice pitch there from Freeberg, and he'd really like to get this strike three here to get two outs and help him get out of this inning here.
0-2, one down, and the delivery. That'll be taken away for a ball, getting up to just puff his chest a little bit is Parker Landwehr to make sure the runner at third doesn't try and steal home. That would be pretty ambitious of him. But McCambridge stays at third. One-two delivery on the way to Max Costas, who swings and misses at a great pitch from Dom Freeberger. The count, well, okay, not the count, but the out is recorded. We have two outs in the inning. There we go. That's what I was trying to say, and I've said it. So two down, a man at third. Dom Freeberger now faces Casey Bishop.
Bishop having a night in the field. Let's see if that translates as well to a good night at bat here. A big at-bat for Bishop, and also a big at-bat for Freeberger if he can get the out.
That will be taken for a ball, just barely missing that outside corner. The count 1-0 on Casey Bishop. On third, Jackson McCambridge, who doubled to lead off the inning, and then advanced on a ground out to first after the bunt was put down by Trip Myers. Delivery, and there's a bunt that's fouled back. 1-1 now the count on Casey Bishop.
And also, Julian, Freeberger does have to be careful here, even if Bishop just gets on base off the walk. In the on-deck circle is number 5, Alex Slodzinski, a lethal hitter, so you really don't want to give up a base to Bishop here.
1-1 the count. Casey Bishop will take that one away for a ball. And Freeberger really trying to get these batters to chase on some of these pitches, but just no luck. This Gilman team has such excellent plate vision.
Julian, a really big situation here for Bishop at the plate, signified by that pineapple being in the hands of the men in the dugout.
Oh, I didn't realize that was significant, but now we know. This ball's put up in the air on a pop-up to left field, playable for Michelini, and he makes the catch to record the out. So we head to the bottom of the sixth. Your score still 4-2 in favor of Gilman. as they will come out on defense, and we'll see who they send to the mound here. It will continue to be Hubeck as we head into the second to last inning of the game.
A really big inning here defensively for Hubeck. The Greyhounds up 4-2, up by 2 runs. And it'd be really nice for the Greyhounds if they could head up into the top of the 7th, still up by 2.
So you gotta love it, Essex. Over here in the PA here at Calvert Hall, they just announced the Caps score. So something that everybody can get behind, unless of course you're from out of town, in which case we're not gonna worry about you. But the Caps up 1-0, very exciting because we haven't been here, and now we're here in this third round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and who knows what happens next.
In my lifetime, I think yours as well, if you're, 18, 19?
Yeah, 18.
So in both of our lifetimes, the Caps have never made it this far in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
And you know what? That is really something everyone can get behind. If you're a Gilman fan, if you're a Calvert Hall fan, if you like the Caps, I'm okay with you. We're all rooting for at least one of the same teams tonight.
That's right. Good policy. If you like the Caps, I like you. There you go. And if you like Gilman, we like you.
Yeah, that's true. If you like Gilman, you got 2 sides of the ball there, then we can really be friends. But you know what? If you're Pittsburgh or Tampa Bay, then maybe we can be having a different conversation there.
No, good. Don't even get me started about New England.
Oh, man.
So Hubeck continues to be the pitcher here for Gilman as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. And now it looks like we may have a pinch hitter. We're going to double check to see who that is for you. Do we have a pinch hitter?
It's Unfried still.
It's Humphrey, okay. All right. My apologies. I thought we were notified of a pinch hitter, but we were not. Thank you so much.
These numbers are really tough to read.
Yeah. I thought they announced the pinch hitter over the PA. See, that's the problem. You don't really get that sort of notification in high school baseball. But that's okay. We're making our way through it. 1-0 the count on Humphrey, and that'll be taken for a strike right on that outside corner, down a little bit low, and 1-1 the count.
Don't we all wish this could be like the major leagues, Julian?
We do, but no complaining here. A really fantastic setup for Calvert Hall. They always just do a fantastic job on game day. That'll be taken down and away for a ball, 2-1 the count.
We were remarking that, Julian, before the broadcast. What a lovely setup Calvert Hall does have here. A really nice stadium.
It's really one of the best. That ball's ripped foul back above the netting. 2-2 the count on Umfried. Mason Unfried. And Hubeck delivers on the 2-2. This ball rips foul to the left side by Unfried. So we'll do it again. 2-2 still the count. Nobody on and nobody down in the bottom of the 6th.
So, Julian, at the word of Fen Colson, who's keeping me updated on all Baltimore sports, right now, McDonough Girls Lacrosse, who's riding a 198-game winning streak, is down 10-8 in the championship game with 3 minutes left.
Oh my, that would be quite a loss. So this one's down to Casey Bishop. Charges and makes the throw in time. A nice job at the other end to get it by Trip Myers, and that records the first out of the bottom of the 6th.
So a whole lot on the line tonight if you're a Baltimore sports fan.
And we're going to send you live to our cameras over at the girls lacrosse. Just kidding, no, we don't have that. It'd be nice if we did, but Essex, you want to work on that?
Do I?
I was asking you.
Oh, man. But wow, 198-game winning streak. One could dream.
Hubeck delivers, and that one hits him right at the top of his torso, and now he's looking out to the pitcher, not happy about it. That's number 3 complaining there about it.
That's Freeberger, the pitcher.
Yeah, Dom Freeberger gets hit up at the top of the torso, and understandably a little bit upset there. He's pitching right now for Calvert Hall, and he gets hit by Hubeck. That's the sort of situation where, as a team, you get a little bit of ruffled feathers.
And so as maybe a result of this, maybe it wasn't yet planned, the Cardinals are going to bring on a pinch runner here for Freeberger. That's going to be number 9, Nick Bush.
So Nick Bush comes on to pinch run, and Dom Freeberger gets drilled. The pitcher for Calvert Hall sits down in the dugout. Then Hubeck, with 1 down and a man at first, looks in and he delivers to Jared Klima, and that one will be a strike, 0-1. Klima batting with a man at first, 1 down, and an 0-1 count on his head from Hubeck. And Hubeck delivers. This ball's ripped towards the right field side, and it is caught by Mike Willis out there in right for the second out. of course, the runner does not advance. Fly ball not deep enough there.
Really nice job by Mike Willis seeing the ball off the bat there. Initially looked like he wanted to come in and attack that one, but notice how the ball was rising a little bit as it reached the outfield, and he decided to stay put and did so nicely as the ball went right to him there, and he could record easily that second out.
So here's Ethan Coster, and he will take that one for a ball up and away. Getting up to try and threaten the throw is Malice, but he holds the runner at first.
Big out here for Peter Hubeck if he can get it. And the Hounds could head to the top of the seventh up 4-2.
1-0 the count, 2 down. And Hubeck delivers to the plate. That'll be up and in for a ball. 2-0 now the count on Calvert Hall's Ethan Coster. Again, at first base is Bush. Pinch running for Dom Freeberger, who was hit by a pitch.
We'll see if he comes out to pitch the top of the seventh, Julian.
That'll certainly be an interesting storyline. 2-0 delivery, and that one's up high, so 3-0 now the count on Ethan Coster with 2 down. And Coster steps back into the box.
Calvert,
please, Essex, go ahead.
Calvert Hall reaching the bottom of the lineup here with Coster at the plate, Markovich in the on-deck circle.
And Coster was taken all the way. He'll get his base on balls, and now a runner advances to second. We've got a runner on first as well. And an opportunity for number 18, Pete Marchinek, barring a pinch hitter, but guess what? We've got one. This is number 24 coming to the plate. This is Zachary Frazera.
Really wonderful job there, Julian, pronouncing that. Pronouncing, good Lord. You know what? I was just talking about pronunciation, and I'm not even going to try. I'm sorry.
Pronunciating. Love it. Great new word coined by Essex Thayer tonight. Mark the date, May 11th, and now they're going to take out Hubeck, and they'll replace him. Let's see what they decide to do.
Looks like Costas is going to get the ball.
No surprise there. Costas, of course, a guy that Gilman turns to on the mound in very clutch situations, now that, of course, Drew Ehrlich has gone over to Villanova. So, Max Costas with an opportunity to close this one out for Gilman, at least here in the 6th. Force this one into the 7th.
And Julian, Drew Ehrlich is in the crowd tonight. We did meet up with him a little earlier, as you referenced him there. Would be interesting if we could see him out on the field once again, but of course, no more eligibility, Julian. He's over at Villanova playing football and baseball.
Well, maybe they could sneak him out there. I wonder.
Who would notice, honestly?
I mean, probably half the people wouldn't really notice that he's not on the team.
You know, I think they would notice that less than my pronouncing mistake there. I'm going to just stop.
You wish.
You know what?
All right, so with 2 down, Max Costas on the mound warming up, and he will have an opportunity here in the bottom of the 6th to face the pinch hitter for Calvert Hall. Once again, number 24, Zach Frazera, coming to the plate for Calvert Hall. But before he comes to the plate, we'd like to remind you that you can follow Greyhound TV on Twitter, at Greyhound_TV. Once again, that's at Greyhound_TV on Twitter for all things Gilman Athletics, Gilman Broadcasting. You'll find it there, at Greyhound_TV on Twitter. Know the name, don't forget it.
And so, actually just got a text from my sister. NDP closed that one out. They beat McDonough. The streak is over at 198 games.
Wow, that's like the UConn women's streak.
Good Lord.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Actually, McDonough on their first year with the new head coach, Taylor Cummings. And new head coach, no championship. The streak ends at 198. NDP, the 2018 MIAA Girls Lacrosse Champions.
So here is Frazera. And Frazera will take this one away for a strike. They call it a called strike. 0-1 the count on Frazera from Max Costas. Borderline pitch, but Costas getting the call. Men on first and second, 2 down, 0-1 the count on Zach Frazera. Max Costas on to pitch for Gilman. In relief of Hubeck. Delivery. That will be a called strike on the late call. 0-2.
And now an advantageous situation here for Costas. He's up 0-2 with 2 outs. A man on first and second, though, he has to worry about, so he can't get too lazy here with this pitch.
0-2 delivery, and he swings and misses, and down he goes on the swinging strikeout. Max Costas confidently walks off the mound, and he gets a great ovation from the Gilman crowd as he sends us into the 7th. 4-2 Greyhounds. And he strands 2 runners on.
Really nice there. Costas coming off at third base onto the pitcher's mound to get that out, and he did it perfectly. Going 1 strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes, and send Calvert Hall back to the dugout. And now Gilman with an opportunity to maybe extend their lead in the top of the 7th here and then try and close it out in the bottom.
And look at that, coming back on to pitch for Calvert Hall, number 3, Dom Freeberger. After pitching last inning and getting hit by a pitch, he's back out there. Now, if I know resilience, that's it right there, Essex.
Absolutely, really showing that experience and showing that toughness here, Freeberger. Of course you need that toughness here in the playoffs. There's no other time for it like now. And Freeberger's coming out here to pitch in a very important inning here for the Cardinals, Julian. The Cardinals could really do without giving up any runs here, and Freeberger will certainly look to do that, whereas the Hounds will look to get a few insurance runs here as they head into the bottom of the 7th and try and close this one out. And what would be a pretty big win here for the Greyhounds, upsetting the number 3 seed with the Greyhounds being at 6.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Essex. And we'd like to take this moment to remind you and welcome you to Greyhound TV. My name is Julian Barron. This is Essex Thayer. Our wonderful production crew is right over to our left and then down in front of us as well. And of course, we'd like to say, if you're just tuning in for the 7th inning of action, got a close game, 4-2 Gilman, as we head into the 7th inning here at Carlo Crispino Stadium between the 6-seeded Greyhounds and the 3-seeded Calvert Hall Cardinals, as we send it back down to the field where Gilman will try and get some insurance runs in the top of the 7th. And this is Alex Slodzinski. Delivery from Dom Freeberger will be taken for a strike in the outside corner. The count 0-1. 0-1. Nobody down, nobody on. And Alex Slodzinski facing Dom Freeberger, and Freeberger delivers to the plate on a slow delivery. This one fouled off sharply to the right. 0-2. Slodzinski, a crowd favorite here. You can hear the chants of slods occasionally coming from the crowd over to our right. 0-2 delivery. This ball fouled right back to the screen.
Really nice job there by Slodzinski to stay in the count there. He was up a little bit ahead of that ball, but was able to extend there just an extra second and get that one on the foul tip, staying alive here in the count 0-2.
0-2, nobody down and nobody on here to begin the top of the 7th inning. Freeberger delivers. This one's hit towards right field, playable for the right fielder, who backs up and now makes the catch unfreed with the putout, 1 down. An interesting tidbit from Cesare Kikanti over to my left. Alex Slodzinski's dad is actually a Calvert Hall alum, so maybe some bad blood in the family there with this game going on right now. But they're probably supporting Alex Slodzinski, I would think.
One would hope.
Yeah, one would definitely hope. Dom Freeberger delivers, and that one will bounce in there for a ball. Joe Melanson. He's got a 1-0 count on his head. Melanson, the 4-batter for Gilman here tonight. And with 1 down, he steps back into the box here. Ashley takes another moment. Getting everything loosened up, and now he steps back into the box. 1-0 count on his head from Dom Freeberger. With Mike Willis on deck. Delivery, that'll be taken for a ball, down and in.
Really lethal part of the lineup coming up for the Greyhounds if they can get this man on base here, Melanson.
This ball is hit towards the left side, playable for the third baseman, Coster. He makes the throw in time to record the second out. So here is Mike Willis with an opportunity with 2 down and nobody on to perhaps get a rally going, an insurance rally for Gilman. And Dom Freeberger delivers to the plate. That will be a ball just a little bit below the knees, 1-0.
And so if Willis does happen to get on base here, Julian, we do have a pinch hitter on the on-deck circle. Number 12, Tyler Martinez, will be batting.
So we'll see if he comes up to the plate. It's 2-0 here on Mike Willis. The delivery from Freeberger, a swing and a miss on a huge hack from Mike Willis. 2-1 now your count with 2 down and nobody on in the top of the 7th.
And it's really interesting here, Julian, to see how heavily Freeberger goes after Willis here, seeing that home run earlier in this game.
Delivery from Freeberger, another swing and a miss on the high heat. 2-2 with 2 down now on Mike Willis.
And it looks like Willis has that home run from the past in his mind. He's been taking big cuts at the high heat, trying to hit him another one maybe, Julian.
Perhaps. 2-2, 2 down. Delivery will be outside and down low for a ball. So 3-2 now they count on Mike Willis with 2 down. Nobody on. Top of the 7th. And he faces Freeberger again. Here comes the pitch. This will be taken up high, and he gets aboard. And Tyler Martinez, the pinch hitter, will come up to bat.
Really nice at-bat there for Mike Willis. Took a few aggressive cuts there, but nonetheless was able to hold himself together there and draw the walk there off of the full count pitch from Freeberger. And so now Gilman has a chance here at the back half of the inning with 2 away, but a man on first, and Tyler Martinez up to bat.
So Willis on first, 2 down. Here's Tyler Martinez, the pinch hitter for Danny Rosenfield. That'll be taken for a strike at the top of the zone. The count 0-1.
On deck, no changes, Julian. Gabe Gonzalez, number 21, the sophomore, will be taking a cut if Martinez finds himself on base.
Throw down to first base, not in time to get Mike Willis, who slides back in safely, well in time. I'd like to welcome all of you tuning in, especially you alumni out there who are tuning in here tonight. Glad to have you along board as we root on the Greyhounds, or you root them on and we be objective of the game. This one is hacked to the right side and through the right field for a base hit. Pulling up at second base is Mike Willis, and now men on first and second. A great at-bat there from Tyler Martinez to just put it into right field ever so softly and right past the second baseman.
And so now it's time for slugger number 21, Gabe Gonzalez. He had a nice hit earlier right in between the shortstop and the second baseman to drive two runs in to give Gilman the 4-2 lead. Let's see if he can drive another run in to increase that Gilman insurance policy here before they head into the bottom of the 7th.
So Gonzalez with an RBI opportunity with 2 down. And the Freeberger delivery will be outside for a ball. Pumping the throw is Landwehr, but he doesn't have to make it. Holds the runner at second. And a 1-0 count here on Gabe Gonzalez. One-0 delivery with 2 down. That'll be taken for a strike in the outside corner.
Really nice pitch there from Freeberger, Julian. Just finding the edge of the strike zone there on the far side.
1-1 even count on Gabe Gonzalez. And the delivery. That'll be taken for a strike, just barely catching that inside corner. Fans not happy about it. It's a very close call. And now, Gabe Gonzalez goes to have a word with manager Larry Sheets at third.
On the on-deck circle for the Greyhounds, sophomore number 16, Jackson McCambridge, who hit a double on his last at-bat.
And we do have a defensive update for you. Calvert Hall, they've moved Jared Klima, to second base. So that's where he is. And the 1-2 delivery on the way. This ball is ripped towards left center field. Going back to center fielder with a play. He makes the catch, and Murphy brings it in for the final out of the top of the 7th. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. Gilman trying to close it out against Calvert Hall in this first round of the MIAA Conference playoff series. First round of the playoffs. And we'll head into the bottom of the 7th inning as Gilman tries to hold on to this lead. And let's see if they call the services of Max Costas on the mound.
And it looks like Costas, number 24, will be taking the mound again for the Greyhounds.
Capitals now up 2-0 at the end of the first period, according to the PA announcer above us.
We'll get to you who that goal came from and maybe who assisted.
And of course, Max Costas back on the mound. He'll try and finish it off.
Okay. So that goal coming with only 3 seconds left in the first period on the power play. Alex Ovechkin, his 9th of the postseason off of assists from Evgeny Kuznetsov and TJ Oshie. So Kuznetsov with 2 points on the night, 2 assists, and Ovechkin with his 9th goal of the postseason on the power play. Julian, just totally aside from baseball, Ovechkin really has a chance here for the Conn Smythe Trophy.
You know, he does, and it's interesting now because Ovechkin has really stepped up in the postseason. We haven't seen that from him really much at all in his career. He's decided this year to do it, and I'll tell you, that may be the deciding factor for the Capitals to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals if they do it.
I was just about to say, it is no coincidence that Ovechkin is having a career playoff and the Caps breaking that 20-year streak. It's no coincidence. Ovechkin is really one of those difference makers.
So to lead off the bottom of the 7th for Calvert Hall on their last chance. Final 3 outs. Here is Garrett McElhaney facing Max Costas, and Costas delivers. This one put on the ground down towards second base. Gonzalez scoops it up, makes the throw in time to record the first out quickly on 1 pitch.
And so now the Greyhounds only 2 outs away from being through the first round here. But they're going to need a strong defensive play here to close out this game.
Once again, the winner of this game goes on to face John Carroll. And here is Parker Landwehr. Only 2 outs to work with for the Cardinals.
That game, the winner of this, as Julian said, at John Carroll, will be played on Monday afternoon.
Delivery from Costas. This one put on the ground to the left side, and that's a diving play, but no good from the shortstop Bishop, and it'll trickle into left field for a base hit. So pulling up at first with a single, most likely, is Parker Landwehr, and now the tying run comes to the plate in J.P. Murphy.
Julian, even though the Greyhounds weren't able to get that out there, Casey Bishop got a really good jump on that ball and was able to get his glove on it there. That would have been spectacular if he would have been able to corral that and send it over to Trip Myers for the out at first.
Yeah, reached the ball, but just not able to get it into the glove. This ball fouled back by J.P. Murphy, high above us. That lands behind the booth. 0-1 they count on J.P. Murphy with 1 down and a man at first base. Parker Landwehr over at first, of course, after that infield single. And Costas looks to first, now looks to the plate. 0-1 the count with 1 down. That'll get away, and now the throw down to first base gets away from the first baseman. Heading over to second is Parker Landwehr, and he'll be in there safely. So an air charge probably on Malice on the throw gets away from the first baseman, and now a runner in scoring position.
And Malice has been doing that all night, Julian. He's been really aggressive trying to catch that runner at first and set that one wide right of the glove of Trip Myers, who was able to get a bit of his glove on it, but not all of it. And so the air there from Malice at the catcher position sees the base runner get to second base and in scoring position with the tying score at bat.
And Max Costas just sort of spiked that ball over in the lefty's batter's box. Here's the delivery, and that one will be a ball. Just barely held up on his swing there did number 26, J.P. Murphy. So they count 2-1 with 1 down. Landwehr now at second. 2-1 delivery. This one put on the ground to the right side. Costas going over, can't get it. Now charging Gonzalez. Throw! And it gets away from the first baseman. Coming in to score is Parker Landwehr. And it's a 4-3 game. Myers couldn't get it. The throw was just too errant from Gonzalez. And now safe at first base, J.P. Murphy. He represents the game-tying run as Jose Torres comes to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. And now we'll have a word at the mound with manager Larry Sheets. And, you know, Essex, that's a tough play because you see Costas going to try and charge that. As he gets to it, it slips right by him. Now Gonzalez charged with making the strong throw. That's a tough play. He tries to make it, and of course, lo and behold, gets away from the first baseman on the errant throw.
It's really easy to blame that play on Gabe Gonzalez, but he was really at a disadvantage playing that ball there, Julian.
Yeah.
As you said, it looked like Costas was going to get it. He didn't get it, so Gonzalez got a late jump on the ball there and really didn't have enough time to really put all of his muster into that throw all the way to Trip Myers. Really can't blame that one on Gonzalez, even though initially you want to do so.
So, Gilman resting its confidence on Max Costas, who stays on the mound. The tying run now at first, and the cleanup batter, Jose Torres, with one down, stands at the plate. Costas delivers. That one's a curveball that hit him right in the shoulder, it looked like. And he will take his base, and now the game-tying run advances to second. Now you have to worry about Max Costas being a little bit rattled, Essex.
Yeah, and he was showing it there. He's rather angry with himself. Not the pitcher looking for right after that one. After the mound visit by manager Larry Sheets. But it looks like he's going to keep him in there with one out, and as you said, the game-tying run standing there over on second, number 26, J.P. Murphy.
So here is Mason Unfried. One down, men on first and second. That'll be delivered inside for a ball, the count 1-0.
Maybe not what you want to see from Max Costas on the first pitch there. A little inside. You worry about him maybe hitting the batter once more.
4-3 your score. 1-0 the count here on Unfried. That'll be delivered for a ball inside again. Just barely missed that up and in corner. And now Malice will go out to have a word.
And rightfully so. That's probably the right call by Malice. Trying to calm down his pitcher a little bit. Two straight inside pitches there, getting near the batter, number 15, Unfried. And as I said, you do worry about one of those maybe clipping Unfried, maybe him leaning into it a little bit, maybe be the smart play. So Costas has to be smart with his pitches here, down 2-0 in the count.
Mason Unfried. A 2-0 count on his head with runners on first and second. The Costas delivery, and he holds up his swing, but it's a strike nonetheless. 2-1.
Big confidence-building pitch there for Costas. Able to get a strike there off of the check swing, but it looked like it was maybe in the strike zone as well.
2-1 the count, one down. Costas takes a step off the mound. Gilman crowd cheering on Max Costas. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that'll bounce in there for a ball. 3-1 the count. Mason Unfried wasn't even tempted.
On the on-deck circle for the Cardinals, number 3, Dom Freeberger.
3-1 the count. Costas delivers to the plate, and that'll be taken for a called strike. 3-2 the count. It really looked like Unfried was ready to take off for first, but he has to stay in the box. 3-2 the count. Costas with a full count delivery on the way, and Unfried fouls it back.
Just getting a tip of that was Unfried. Cutting under it just a little bit, able to graze the bottom of the ball. Looked like almost that was going to be strike 3 for a moment up here in the booth. And that would have been huge for Costas to get out of the hole there and get 2 outs, but Unfried going to have another go at it here. 3-2, full count.
Costas, once again, 3-2 the count on Unfried. And the delivery. Unfried swings and misses, and he gets the K he was looking for. 2 down. And this Gilman crowd is electric.
Humongous pitch there to get the strikeout for Costas. Definitely did not want to give up the walk there to Unfried and load the bases with 1 out. So now a much more, advantageous situation here for Costas, as he only has 1 more out to get to win this ball game for the Greyhounds.
So Costas will take a moment before delivering, and of course we have to remember the storyline. Tom Freeberger, the pitcher for Calvert Hall, gets hit in the top of his torso, and he's a little bit upset about it. Now coming on to bat, and he swings and misses on a big hack. 0-1 the count. So if you're Freeberger, you're probably looking for some semblance of revenge, just thinking about the fact that you were hit while you were pitching. You weren't happy about it. Let's see what happens. 0-1 the count with 2 down, men on first and second. Costas delivers on the 0-1, and this one's hit towards the right side, bounced over to Gonzalez. He goes to second for the force, and he gets it. And Gilman walks away with the win. Max Costas gets himself the save, and they advance to John Carroll, where they'll take on the Patriots.
And what a win for the Greyhounds. Julian on the upset. You can obviously see they're pretty excited, as well as the crowd to our right. A huge upset for the Greyhounds against the number 3 seed in the Calvert Hall Cardinals. So the Cardinals down to their final loss. If they can, in their next game, they'll play the loser of Loyola and Archbishop Spalding, and the Greyhounds will go on to face John Carroll on Monday afternoon out in Bel Air.
So, Gilman walks away with a victory in the first round of the MIAA A Conference Playoffs, a 4-3 victory over the Calvert Hall Cardinals, just barely escaping with the win after the tying run was on second base and Dom Freeberger grounded out to the right side. Gonzalez made the play, and that sealed the deal in favor of the Greyhounds. So, I'd like to say, on behalf of everybody at Greyhound TV, thank you so much for inviting me back to the booth. It's really been a pleasure. And so for everybody, I am Julian Barron alongside Essex Thayer, our fantastic crew, led by Cesare Cacanti, our faculty advisor. Have a fantastic evening. We'll see you next time, the next game in the MIAA A Conference Playoffs. Take care and have a great weekend.